This is the story of reform. This is the story of courage. This is the incredible courage. This is the incredible story of Kiran Bedi. Born on June 9th, 1949 in Amritsar, Kiran Bedi rose from humble beginnings to become a symbol of fearless public service. Her parents' quiet sacrifices shaped her resolve, carrying her to her first great triumph, Asian tennis champion. In 1972, she broke barriers by becoming the first woman ever to join the Indian Police Services, stepping boldly into a world dominated by men. As an officer in Delhi, she pioneered a humane yet fearless style of policing, confronting crime while healing its causes of drug abuse, illiteracy, and vulnerability. She earned the affectionate moniker Kiran Bedi after finding the car of PM Mrs. Indira Gandhi's office, an act that made headlines for its fairness and her belief that no one is above the law. At Tihar Jail, her vision as IGP transformed one of India's toughest prisons into a center of reform. Education, meditation, and rehabilitation transformed a jail into an ashram, earning her the prestigious Ramon Magsaysay Award. Beyond the uniform, her mission continued. Through the Navjyoti India Foundation and India Vision Foundation, she worked to uplift communities, empower women, and educate children. As Puducherry's Lieutenant Governor, she made governance personal, cycling through neighborhoods, connecting with citizens, and championing transparency. An officer, a reformer, a guardian, a trailblazer. Across every chapter, she carried one truth with her, that leadership is not a position, it is a practice. Kiran Bedi's life story is a legacy that continues to rise, lighting the way for those who dare to lead.
A big round of applause, please. Please be seated. Welcome to the valedictory session of the Women's Summit 2026, Breaking Barriers, Building Legacies. I am Hepzibah Susan, third year, BSc Chemistry, and I will be your host for this valedictory session. I invite our chairperson, Srimati Mamta Bhatt, to deliver the welcome address.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Kiran Bedi, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, dear participants, students, good evening to all. As we arrive at the valedictory session of this inspiring Women's Summit, Breaking Barriers, Building Legacies, I stand before you with deep sense of pride and gratitude. What began as a gathering of thoughtful conversations has today evolved into a powerful celebration of courage, conviction, and leadership. This summit has ignited young minds, encouraged bold aspirations, and created a platform where experience met enthusiasm and wisdom met ambition. This summit reflects the very ideals upon which our institutions was founded. With reverence, I recall the visionary founder of our college, Sri Nana Lal Bhatt, whose commitment to women's education was far ahead of his time. He believed that educating a woman was the most powerful investment a society could make. His progressive vision gave birth to SDNB Vaishnav College, an institution dedicated to empowering young women through knowledge, discipline, and character. As we celebrate his 125th birth anniversary, we witness his dream continuing to flourish. The discussions, insights, and live experiences shared over these sessions have strengthened our resolve to nurture confident, capable, and socially responsible women leaders. The very future he envisioned 58 years ago when this institution was established. It is particularly meaningful that we conclude this summit in the presence of an icon who truly embodies our theme, Dr. Kiran Bedi. Welcome to the college, ma'am. Dr. Kiran Bedi reflects the spirit of breaking barriers, building legacies in the most powerful way. Just as Sri Nana Lal Bhatt broke barriers by championing women's education and creating opportunities for generations of young women, Dr. Kiran Bedi broke institutional barriers in public service with courage, integrity, and fearless leadership. Both have built enduring legacies that continue to inspire transformation, resilience, and purposeful action. Ma'am, we are deeply honored by your gracious presence. Your journey reminds us that leadership is not about position, but about purpose, not about authority, but about impact. As we conclude this memorable Women's Summit, let us carry forward not just the memories of these sessions, but the responsibility they place upon us to rise, to lead, and to uplift others along the way. I would like to end with a thought that resonates with the spirit of today. The best way to predict the future is to create it. May each one of our young women here chosen to create a future defined not by limitations but by courage and conviction. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, ma'am. We are privileged to have Sri S.N. Bhatt sir, the founding trustee, Cork Industries Charities Trust, amongst us to felicitate our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Kiran Bedi. Thank you, sir, for your gracious presence. I request our chairperson, Srimati Mamta Bhatt, and our principal in charge, Sub-Lieutenant Dr. Kandimadi, to honor our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Kiran Bedi. With great pride, I would like to acknowledge Ms. Sweta and Ms. Dhanushya of 2nd BCA for making the sustainable, beautiful handmade bouquet. I would like to acknowledge Ms. Sweta and Ms. Dhanushya of 2nd BCA for making the sustainable, beautiful handmade bouquet. Thank you, ma'am. Now, to introduce our special guest for the valedictory session, I invite our principal in charge, Sub-Lieutenant Dr. Kandimati.
Good afternoon, everyone. You can see the joy in my face. I deem it my proud privilege and great pleasure to introduce a personality who has been my inspiration for years, Dr. Kiran Bedi. India's first woman IPS officer, a fearless reformer, a visionary leader, a testament to courage, and transformative public service. Dr. Kiran Bedi holds the historic distinction of being the first woman to join the officer ranks of the Indian Police Service, breaking a formidable gender barrier in 1972 and paving the way for generations of women in law enforcement. She went on to serve as the 24th Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, where she championed transparent governance, grassroots participation, and accountability-driven administration. On the global front, she represented India at the United Nations as civilian police advisor in peacekeeping operations, contributing to international policing reforms and peace-building efforts. A scholar with a strong academic foundation, Dr. Bedi earned her PhD from the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, and was awarded the prestigious Nehru Fellowship for postdoctoral research. She is the author of several impactful books, including her recent work, Fearless Governance. Beyond governance, Dr. Bedi has excelled in sports as an Asian tennis champion, reflecting discipline and determination early in her life. Her exemplary service has earned her numerous honors, including Gallantry Awards and the prestigious Raman Magsaysay Award. Her inspiring journey has been captured in the internationally acclaimed biographical documentary, Yes, Madam, Sir, showcasing her fearless leadership and unwavering principles. She dreamed of entering a profession once believed to be meant only for men. A passionate social reformer, she founded 2 transformative NGOs, which for over 3 decades have worked tirelessly in the areas of prison reform, women's empowerment, drug rehabilitation, rural and urban education, and youth skill development. Dr. Kiran Bedi's life is not merely a series of achievements. It's a movement of courage, reform, discipline, and service. She stands as a powerful symbol of what it truly means to break barriers and build an enduring legacy. On a personal note, my admiration for Dr. Kiran Bedi runs deep. My father used to speak of her with pride and inspiration, and her name has always been a guiding light for me. In fact, when I was given admission in BA English, I was not very happy because I was a science student up to my 12th standard. But my father used to say, Dr. Kiran Bedi has studied BA English, so you will also do great if you take up that subject. So I think probably from that time onwards I've been hearing her name, and today she is here in our college. She is not just a role model for me, but a beacon for generations. She is the unstoppable Beti of India. Dr. Kiran Bedi has shaped her own destiny, and carved her path with strength and conviction. She did not wait for destiny to be written. She designed it herself with discipline, determination, and daring courage. Thank you, Madam, for your gracious presence at the Women's Summit 2026, breaking barriers, building legacies. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. She is a pioneer. She broke barriers. She leads with purpose. She is a reformer, a fearless officer, a symbol of integrity and courage. It is my immense honor to invite Dr. Kiran Bedi, IPS retired, former Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, to deliver the valedictory address on breaking barriers, leading with purpose. Ma'am, we eagerly await your words.
ये और कम कर दो. Instead, give more light here rather than here. Is it possible? There's more light here now in the auditorium. Yeah, more light into the auditorium rather than here. Good. I'm still trying to escape. Okay. I'll just keep it. Bring it a little later. Yeah. I'm trying to escape this light. No, I'm trying to avoid this light and getting closer. I'm okay now. I'm better now. It's still staring at me. All right, great. It's okay, but I need little light here to read the paper. Okay, that's okay. All right, but now it's okay. Let's find a balance. Our father, grandfather, founder, Mr. S.N. Bhatt. Thank you so much for being such a long visionary, such a visionary. Because of you, you're changing the lives of millions and millions of women, and particularly, I'm sure, southernly South India, because most of them will stay on here or spread around, but it's the South Indian benefit. So thank you so much, father, grandfather, great-grandfather. It's so good to see a 98-year-old person so active, so enthusiastic, so inspired and so motivated. He's an inspiration for all of us. And he's blessed with a very good family. The family of, we also have the chairperson, Srimati Mamta Bhattji. Very inspired family, young, beautiful looking family. And of course, we have a homegrown principal here. Homegrown. She studied here for 16 years, I'm told, and then became the young principal, and she looks like a student herself. Principal Dr. Kantimati, who's done so much of English studies and a PhD from IIT Madras, and still looks like as if she was probably going to be joining a college now. And we also have our Vice Principal, Dr. Kalaivani. Members of the faculty, invited guests, and young students. You can't imagine, I've never seen a gathering like this. So many girls, so many same-looking girls. So many, all of you looking alike. All of you looking alike. Same age group, all of you looking alike, but very bright. Thank you so much for being colorfully bright. I don't know why I'm here. Your invitation came through my friend here, Shivani Arora, and she contacted her through her own friend, and through the friend network, this invitation was inspired by her, saying, ma'am, it's very good college, please come. So thanks to her, Shivani, can you recognize, can you identify? This is, and she's a Chennai resident. She's a girl from, lady from here. She works with me in my office. Shivani herself is very talented. And during the time I worked in Pondicherry, she was coming and working with me as an intern and as an author and a writer. And she is from here. That's why she keeps promoting Chennai to me. Every time she can handle an invitation, she persuades me to come. So thanks to her that I'm here with you. But as you know, I love South India. Because Pondicherry, I fell in love with completely. And every time I had to go to Pondicherry, I had to go through Chennai. So I was getting down at Chennai and then driving up. And all the news, whatever right or wrongs we did in Pondicherry, as its Lieutenant Governor, was making news in Chennai. And it was being read a lot. So I have lots of good friends in Chennai who had been reading those news for 5 long years. So Pondicherry is Chennai is a very good gateway to one of the most beautiful part of India, which is Pondicherry. How many of you have been to Pondicherry? Why so few hands? Why are you so few hands? It is next door. It is just next door. And you've not been to Pondicherry. And I used to come all the way from Delhi and go to Pondicherry. And you've not been to Pondicherry. How many of you have been to the Aurobindo Ashram? Not many hands. May I request, Madam Principal, please take them to Pondicherry on a holiday. It's a must. You must go. You have Mr. Bhatt's blessings. He was also raising his hand. He's so enthusiastic the children will go. But go on non-peak tourist season so that you don't get crowded in the crowds there. Because a weekend and no weekend, go on a working day and non-tourist season. So non-working, no weekend, because weekend is very crowded there. I know that, it's a traffic problem. Ideally would be to go by train. Take a train together and then get dropped and then walk it to the beach. That would be ideal. Go take a train and then walk it to the beach. No buses, no cars. And the railway station which will bring you to Pondicherry is not far, so you can walk through the streets. You will like walking through the streets, and you can even walk to the Aurobindo Ashram and then walk back to the train. So I think it can be a one-day affair. You can time it out in such a way that so many of you don't need to stay back. Ideally would be make it, because after all, or if you're smaller groups, then arrangements for your stay, I can coordinate you with the tourism department in Pondicherry, then you can stay. The Director of Tourism, Asha Gupta, is a very good friend of mine. She'll look after you. So Shivani and Asha can work together to put in your travel plan. Is it okay? So you visit the ashram and there's a very good Ganesh temple there, Ganapati temple there, very good Mahalakshmi and Ganapati temple. And the story of that temple is that Ganapati came on its own through a flood, through a wave. It's through a wave that the Ganapati idol came. So go and listen to the story. It's very good. So it will be very nice that you will love it, and then you will love Chennai even more because it's next door to Pondicherry. It's one of the most beach. It's a very small beach. Marina Beach is, of course, is one of the largest beaches in Asia. But you like Pondicherry, and then you speak the same language. So it will be great. It will be lovely that you'll meet each other. It's good food there, though. And Aurobindo Ashram, and then you must also visit Auroville. Auroville, where Mother's Auroville is very, very good. So I am promoting Puducherry tourism, but it's worthwhile. I cannot imagine any one of you living here and not having visited Puducherry. So go ahead and do it. I didn't come to tell you that, but this has happened. It's a coincidence. Normally when I take sessions like these for the young girls, I let my intuition ask me. I go deep into my intuition. Okay, let's be quiet a little. Yeah. I ask myself, what is it that would be relevant for you? And the intuitive inside, my intuitive asked me, guided me further to instead ask you today. Ask you a few questions to understand you a little more. To understand, because you are not what we were many years ago. Can you have this paper back? I can clear my hand. Because you are not in a situation as which we were many years ago. We were exception. We girls were exception. The few girls of my kind, my generation, were very, very exceptional. Where the parents were clear in their mind. They were clear in their mind for two things. One, we are educating the girl to find a better match. We are to find a better household, a rich household, a wealthy household, or a good quality household, so that we are educating the girls to get married. The second exceptional parents were my kind, where they looked after, they educated us to stand on our own feet. Own feet. Our own feet. And that's exactly what I'm doing even now, is standing on your own feet. Now, when you stand on your own feet, it basically is a message, is take care of yourself all your life. All your life, be capable to take care of yourself, and not only of yourself, but even of the society you can. So two things. So two kinds of girls were growing up at that time. The majority out of 100 girls, if I would say 1,000 girls, literally hardly 1% were being chosen to stand on their own feet. And the others were, 999, were being grown up to depend on others' feet. Others' feet. To provide a house, provide an income, and provide care, provide security, provide health, whatever. And even social security. So there are two kinds. I was in that 1% kind. You are different. Today, you are different. And therefore, I want to ask you, and ask you to ask this. How many of you today are being educated to stand on your own feet and earn for your life, earn for all your life yourself? How many? How many? Not all. Many. That's a majority of this. Majority of you are. That's a change. If in my case, many those, I think maybe one hand would have gone up, or two hands would have gone up. But now, almost 99% hands are going up. Aren't they? That's a big change. Therefore, I have to test, having tested your response, I now want to ask you, how many of you are serious about it? Now the hands have gone half. Hands have gone half. Now, thank you. My first message is, be serious. Remain serious. Because life is very uncertain. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that the legs you want to work with, or somebody who's willing to support you, will continue to do that. There's no guarantee. Life is very uncertain now. Earlier, life was already surrendered. It's not certain. It was surrendered. You surrendered to that. And there was no questioning. And it was acceptance of whatever comes. Whether he beats you, he's my God. Whether he loves you, he's my God. Now there's no guarantee that there will be love, but there could be possibility of beating, violence, or insecurity. So you'll have two kinds of people now. There can be you can rely on, and those you cannot rely on. You may begin with the reliance, but it's no guarantee that reliance will remain certain. So I wanted to, number one message today for you, that you are being educated not to give dowries in marriage. Not to give dowries in marriage. But say no to dowry. You have to say no to dowry. Even if it means no marriage. Even if it means no marriage. How many of you would be prepared to say no to dowry giving, even if there's no marriage? Raise your hands. All of you. Say no to dowry. Today, that community which is looking for a price for their son through jewelry must be scared. Must be feeling worried. Your education, if it has to have a real meaning, the meaning of your education is not to put you in the market for a price. Not to put your market in. And if you're after your good quality education and your marriage leads up, is a price for you, your education, trained educates you to saying thank you, find somebody else. Not me. Second, my second thing is, first of all I said, saying no to. My second thing is that you are also saying, my first thing basic was on your legs. Remember the legs? The legs? These legs must continue to remain strong, which means that you will continue to earn for yourself. It can be small or big, doesn't matter. But you must earn. You must not depend on pocket money and your own money from anybody else. Nobody else. On the contrary, you must earn to look after your parents also. That is what you're growing up with. So that they don't miss not having a son. Because the sons are supposed to, whether they do or they don't, I don't know. They're supposed to look after their parents. But I don't know how many do and how many still don't. But as girls, you should be a guarantee for your parents that you will take care of their old age or the senior age. That should be the second guarantee. So no dowry, and also no giving up your legs, but continue to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, so that you can take care of yourself and your family. They can be your sisters and brothers who may be needing you. You never know. You never know. They may be. Why not? You are also for the family. Just as boys are expected to now serve the family, so should you feel I will grow up to look after my family. And that you can do only if you have something in the pocket. Only if you are self-reliant. You are self-empowered. And empowerment does not come without capacity to earn. Now, what is it that now, next point which I want to ask you is, or think for yourself is, what is it that you will earn? Should be very clear by now. Are you joining a service? Are you joining a profession? Will you do a business? Will you be an entrepreneur? Will you be an educationist? Will you be self-employed? Will you come friends work together to do business? Will you do e-commerce? I do not know. But all of you should have a vision. Have a vision is when you grow up, as you grow up. In fact, the vision should already be there. I urge the principal and the teachers, ask each child, each girl to draw a vision. Draw a vision of their economic independence. Draw a vision. Or if you are not clear, if you say, no, I am still looking for clarity, the counseling school teachers can help you clarify to see where is your what is your inclination. It can be anything. I believe you already have certain trades here. Vocational trades. I asked your faculty, you already have certain vocational trades. But today the world is open for you now. You can pick up any work and you can work from home. You can create work from home. Work together with friends, and you need not hire a shop. You can work from your own home own garage, own rooftop, own room, and computer is the miracle for you. So I hope you all must be computer savvy. Are you? Are you all computer savvy? Raise your hands. Now that's a very small number. That is a serious deficiency. Not being computer savvy today is a very serious deficiency. You should all have extra classes to learn computers. And I know you're a very big number, 6,000. It's a very big number. But you cannot pass out for your graduation or whatever without knowing computers. No. If I were a principal, I'll not give you a certificate if you've not done computers. Now you have two choices. Either the college teaches you or you learn from outside. But you have to learn computers and start with the basics and then move on. Because computer is changing the world, you will be behind, you will be left illiterate. If you do not know computers and you are not information technology savvy, you will be behind time. You will be backward. Have you understood me? You will be backward. And a place like Chennai, not having girls doing computers 100% cannot be possible, because Chennai is leading the world in many ways in information technology. So but you all have a phone in your hand, yes? You all have a phone in your hand? So you are social media savvy. You're messaging savvy. You're Instagram savvy. You're Facebook savvy. You are Reels savvy. But you're not computer savvy. And all that is coming in. How many of you have iPads? Oh, how many of you have computer of your own? Raise your hands. How many of you have computers? That's a good percentage. I suggest first gift you want from anybody, from your parents, is a computer. Birthday gift, computer. And then start working on the computer yourself. Or an iPad. How many of you have any iPad? iPad is another very valuable equipment to have. So iPad and computer will help you do research. Will open the world for you. If you don't do that, mark my words, you will remain backward. Do you want to remain backward? Do you remain outdated? You want to be out of time, outdated? Then, if you do not do computers and learn on computers and use the computers and have an internet connection at home, which is a must, this expenditure from home by hook or crook, beg, borrow, steal, internet connection and computer is a must for you, for every girl, is a must. That's the only gift you should ask your parents for, is get me a computer and get me an internet connection so that I can research and see you can be your own teacher. Today, so much is happening and being written about the artificial intelligence that if you are on the computer, you will naturally start reading about artificial intelligence and what. It's a revolution which is happening. And that is where boys will steal the march and you will be left behind as girls. So even if they have, how many they did not have? You did not see the hands. If the government gifted laptops, I know these laptops, I've been reading the news that there was a particular scheme, Amma scheme? Some scheme. I don't know where there was Amma, Mama, Daddy scheme, I don't know. Can be any scheme. Can be any scheme. But I was hearing there was some scheme. And then, why are they not using it? For not? But I asked you how many of you have computers, but why did so many few hands came? Because, as I said, Mama, Daddy computer must have been with you. If you all had it, why did you not say we have it? Isn't that yours? If Mama, Daddy have given you, why did you not? All right, how many of you been gifted Mama, Daddy computer? Even then they're few. Even then they're few. So please tell Mama, Daddy to give big board. So any girl who's not got the iPad or the iPod, what do you call it, should be given. So you tell them that if you want our vote, give us a pod. So anybody who hasn't got the pad says, I'll not vote unless I get the iPad. I'll not go to vote. And they'll come running to give you because they need your vote. Whoever you vote for, that's up to you. Whether you vote for Mama or you vote for Daddy or uncle or aunt or grandfather, I don't know. Now those of you who have it, use it for the right reason. Not to see only Netflix, not only to open Facebook, not only to make your reels on it, but research, study, search for the newspapers. How many of you every day, that's why I said my intuition asked me to ask you more. How many of you read a newspaper every day? Raise your hands. That's negligible. That is negligible. Do you know, if I were an outside auditor, if I would come an outsider and do a survey, I will rate you 2 out of 10 in general awareness. Because if you're not reading the newspaper, and if you're not using the computer, first of all, many of them don't have a computer. But those of you who have a computer, how are you using it? I don't know. Survey will tell me. But if you're not reading newspapers, that's a very big deficiency. Reading the daily newspaper will only make you aware of what is happening around the world. And if you're not knowing what's happening around the world, you are backward. Then your rural woman is maybe better than you. You're in the city. You should know what is happening in the city. What are being decided. What is happening around the world, outside India also. Happening in Chennai, happening around the country, and happening outside India, which is directly concerning you, which is directly affecting you. How many of you listen to the news every day? Radio news. Radio news. Listen to any radio news, any national radio news. There are not even one hand. One hand? Radio news. All India radio news. Do you know there's something like called All India Radio? And do you know there's something timing of the All India Radio? And you don't listen to it. How will you know what's happening in India? How will you know what are the government of India policies? How will you know what kind of investments or preparation is happening all over the country? How will you know if you don't listen? Then, how many of you listen to the television news? Raise your hands. That's important. That's a good number. Thank you. I would say listen to the radio news. Fine, radio is, put that app on your iPhone and listen to the radio news. Every half an hour there's a news. You will know what's happening. Why I'm asking you all this is the more aware you are, and this is not in the classrooms, the more aware you are, more positive and educative responses will be of yours. And you will make better choices. If you're not better informed, your choices will get restricted. But if your knowledge is more, your choices become wider. You start knowing what are my options which are coming in the society. Have you understood what I'm saying? Am I being understood? This was my secret of success. My secret of success was, As a girl, I was listening to the BBC radio every day. Then there was no television. There was no television. There was no iPhone. I only had the radio. There was no television. But I had the newspaper. The two things in my life from my teenage times, I was a regular reader of a newspaper. I was a regular listener of All India Radio and the BBC News. BBC for the world and All India Radio for India. Then there were no FMs. No FMs, only one All India Radio. And that told me what's happening in India. And BBC told me what's happening around the world. This way, as a teenager, reading the newspaper every day, reading editorials, reading very good columns, that actually prepared me already for a UPSC examination. Because it was ready. Knowledge was ready. Everyday homework was ready. Prepared for ready. And it was also telling me for my interviews which I was getting ready because I knew what's happening. I didn't need to do cramming in the last 1 year. I didn't cram. I didn't do rote learning. I didn't do summarization. I grew with knowledge. I grew with awareness. Everyday homework. So when you read every day, you work every day, you are ready for anything. It's like a championship. It's like sports. You play every day, you practice every day, you get coached every day, you something new every day, you are ready for the tournament. But if you want to be a champion, then you can't say last 1 week I will play. You'll get defeated because you're not fit. You're not mentally, physically agile. So agility, mental agility will come only by regular homework, which is being aware. And most important, the newspapers will tell you exactly what kind of crimes are happening at the moment. You will get to know what kind of crimes against women are happening every day. What kinds of crimes are happening, whether it's organized crime or social crimes. You will know. And once you know that, prevention will happen. Preparation will happen. That is what was preparing me. And who told me? My father, my mother, and my teachers, my school, my college. They all played their own roles. But most important of all is my own role, my own hunger. Hungry to know, hungry to learn, hungry to listen. You have to be hungry. When I got married, the mutual condition between me and my husband was we will exchange not a penny, not 1 paisa. Not 1 paisa. That's a condition of our relationship. That we are both earning, we all have enough, we will not ask our parents to contribute anything. From our own money, both of us spent the money for a joint reception to invite our friends. But nobody, no parents paid. And there were no gifts. There were no heavy jewelries, no saris, nothing, no wastage. No wastage. And no big reception, very big reception where the food goes waste. So much of wastage happens when the half of the food is lying idle and going waste. Nothing got wasted. This comes out of education. The more educated you are, the more aware you are, the more confident you are, the more sure you are, the more you know what you want of yours, you will do all this what I told you. And I did this years ago, 40 years ago. 40 years ago. It's not written in the book. Nobody used to come and speak to us. Nobody came to lecture. Nobody, I don't remember my school assembly ever finding a speaker to speak to us like this at all. None. We were speaking to our own self. And this is exactly the new generation ought to be. The definition of education for a girl is she will not allow wastage of her parents' hard-earned money. She will not allow wastage. Secondly, she will not concede to any wrong demands. Third, she will not be saying, I have to be married at any cost with so much of jewelry and so much of reception and so much of this. That's education. And if you make a mistake, then your education has been incomplete. Go back to college. You should go back to college for a refresher class. When I hear very educated girls, and most of all, after marriage, and they marriage very rightly, and they go back and get beaten by the husband. Oh, you haven't got a son? Go back home. Or you haven't brought so much of dowry? Go back home. You tell him, you go back home. You go back home. Your parents' home should remain an open home for you. That's your home. Your parental home is your home. And the husband's home is a second home. Not one minus the other. You have a woman has two homes. Man has only one. Yeah, he should tell him, I have two homes. And secondly, after marriage, you will not change your surname. You will keep your own surname. You will not change your name. If you want it, you tell your husband, you take my name and add. Must keep your identity. You must maintain your identity. And if both are earning, you don't have to tell him only you spend. You say, I also spend, you also spend. Both spend. Not say, no, I'm married, it's a man's duty only to spend. No, I'm earning 50-50. 50% I'll spend, 50% you spend. And we will work together, run the home together. I have told you those things which will directly impact your life in the next 2-3 years or 4 years. This is going to happen to you. You are making these choices. Next 3-4 years. Therefore, I'm not speaking any theory to you. If you are mentally prepared for this, you will save your lives. And then, once you are married and you go to another home, and something wrong happens, you will not let the wrong continue. You will stop it. You will stop it the first instance. How you stop it is very easy. There can be no violence in the house. There can be no domestic violence. And if domestic violence happens, either resolved through the families, if it's family possible, if it can be, very good. If not, you have to take a decision not to carry on something which is undignified. You must maintain your dignity. When you are married, right to your income is yours. No joint accounts, your account. No joint account. The biggest message many girls make is they say joint account. And then they start complaining. No, we'll have a joint account, but I'll have my own account. My salary will go to my account. And if I can transfer my part of to a joint expense account, yes, that's fine. But my salary is mine. Your mother-in-law cannot say, now you're earning, now give me the salary. No. Sorry, mother. But mother can be given a gift. She can be given a birthday gift, anniversary gift, old age gift. You can give your mother-in-laws old age gifts. Yeah, no problem. So for grandparents, in-laws, give gifts. Sister-in-laws, give gifts. But not your salaries. And last but not the least is once you're married, nobody can force you to produce children. Nobody. Nobody can say, oh, 3 saal ho gaye shaadi ke. 3 years have gone by. No son, daughter? You say, to hell with you. It's my body. It's my body. If I'm ready, I will. Otherwise, because I'll tell you why I'm saying. That before you decide to become a mother, do you have the time? If you're working, do you have all the time? Do you have home support? Do you have the budget for the child? Do you have a good school for the child? Prepare that first. Prepare a budget first. Nobody does that. Oh, then they say, oh, now why do I go? Mummy, now you handle, mama, daddy, come. Then what were you doing before? Why did you not think before? Why did you not plan before? Now, mummy, my whole salary goes on the child only. Now what do I do? Why did you not think before? And why did you not think of contributing together? So many things I'm telling you which is going to happen for the next 3-4 years. And I'm not coming back in the next 4 years here to remind you. I'm not coming here to remind you. I've told you, matter over. My class is getting over. I've taken a class for your next 5 years future. 5-year class. Now if you listen to it, understand it, remind it, you will pass in life. But if you don't listen to it, and any class lesson, any chapter of this lesson, if you miss that chapter, you will fail. I've given you many chapters of your life, haven't I? All of them are chapters. Income chapter, marriage chapter, motherhood chapter, computer chapter, a newspaper chapter, radio, listening to the radio chapter. I've only given you many chapters. You drop any chapter. You drop any chapter. Or your salary chapter, your own surname chapter, your dowry chapter. Haven't I? Wastage on the receptions chapter. Haven't I given you all these chapters? You drop any chapter. You will suffer. And when you suffer, don't forget me, I told you. So, oh, she came here. She told me, oh, something's gone wrong at home and I'm continuing to tolerate it. She told me, don't tolerate it. Deal with it. Because you have self-respect. She told me, but I'm continuing to get beaten because I want the home and I now want to look after the child. I'm not going back to my parents. And I also told you, you have 2 homes. I also told you, na? So when you go back home today, tell your parents, this home is my life home. And a new home, if it comes, we'll decide. But this is my home. Tell your brothers and sisters-in-law, this is my home also. These are all chapters of your life. Those of you who will remember, you will succeed in life. And you will enjoy the benefits of it. But those of you who forget the chapter, and when the test in life comes, that chapter will be missing in your life and you'll get 0. And that is why your grading will fall. Grading in life. See, I've been inspired to see when so many young girl faces at a very crucial part of your life. And your life is going to be made or not made. I want your life to be made. I want your life to be healthy, happy, in control, joyful, healthy, contributing, living life fully the way you are all now at the moment living, and with good friends. Supposing there's supposing you get into a live-in relationship. Let's look at that. Supposing you get into a live-in relationship. You're not married, but you're living with another man, etc. it's a live-in relationship. It's no more illegal. It's not illegal to be having but if that live-in relationship becomes cruel or it's misbehaving, that can be terminated at any time. You don't have to hang on. Now, when you would read the newspapers, do you know most of the crimes against women are happening by live-in relationships also, where the boyfriend is hacking the woman. He's butchering the woman because he's now angry that she is not able to do what he wanted her to do. He's angry. The question is, why can the violence happen suddenly? No, it is a progression. Violence is a progression. This must be checked right in the first instance. Otherwise, domestic violence cannot happen. And then you should know your rights, the legal rights. What are your legal rights as a woman? What are your rights as a domestic violence? What are your property rights? What are your rights, legal rights? You must know. I hope the college also gives you certain lessons on legal rights. We do that. It's a must. They must know legal rights. When is domestic violence an offense? And what are your legal rights on separation, if you do? What is your right to Istridhan, which you take home? It's your right, it's your property, it's your protection. So I do not know whether you expected me to tell you all this. But I thought I should prepare you for the next 4 or 5 years. And those 4 or 5 years, the more informed you are, but out of all this, one stands out completely. And that is economic independence. Economic independence, financial self-reliance is a must. A professional skill is a must. Having your own source of income is a must. Dependence on the other will get you beaten. But self-reliance will stand you in good stead. And then valuing what you do. I think I've said enough. Even if you remember out of the 10 chapters I gave you, maybe, I hope you remember all the 10 chapters. Because that makes your book of life. But if you drop any chapter, it will have its own price. You cannot escape it. And there is no chapter in this book says, you can skip my chapter, let it be. There is no such thing. It's compulsory. Because this is woman's life. Take care of your health. Most important is health. We don't take care of our health. We don't exercise enough. We don't eat the right food. We don't exercise. And we are not in any way, we pray, but we're not mentally at peace. We may pray, but we do not know how to have mental well-being. The college, I'm sure, will take care of these areas, but your health is most important because I don't see you sturdy. I just see you simple women, girls, but I do not know how healthy you are. I hope you do some medical checkups. Do? Good. So if you do medical checkups and do the parameters, so nutrition is important to eat the right kind of food because this is a foundation. If you build your foundation healthy, your hemoglobin levels should be 12 plus. Hemoglobin 12 plus, not below. Because you all lose blood every month. Because of your periods, you lose blood every month. And therefore, you have to compensate. And therefore, you must eat fruits. You must exercise, must do all the exercise which make you strong and healthy. So, last, economic independence with good health, which is good mentally, physically, and emotionally. And have good friends and not useless friends. No gossipy friends, no tale-telling friends, but good friends. If you have good friends, life is made. But if you're bad friends, life is gone. So plenty to tell you. I've told you just exactly what I would have told my own daughter. And for me, you are those. So thank you so much. God bless you. May you always be healthy. Thank you. Okay, anything else? Award ceremony. Okay, now we are heading for award ceremony. So I wish you and pray for you that you fulfill, you get 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And who knows, we may meet again. Maybe you're walking the beach in Puducherry and I may meet you. Never know. So enjoy your trip in Puducherry.
So probably next time when ma'am comes to Puducherry, I'll come to know about it and we'll all meet her there.